set of questions is in reference to community and economic development. Many Arkansas jobs pay wages that are too low. Many full-time working families in the state still live in poverty. About a quarter of the kids in Arkansas grow up in poverty and thus rely on social safety net programs. Question number one, how will you protect social safety net programs that help low-income kids in Arkansas meet their basic needs?
The safety net is very important. Everybody can fall into hard times. Everybody needs a help from time to time when they lose their job or they have a health problem. And that's why the SNAP program is very important. And we want to make sure that it continues strong as that safety net. I am delighted that there's fewer people on SNAP today than there were 9 years ago. And why is that? Because people are working. There's more people that are working. And I think that's an important part of looking at the safety net is make sure it's strong and available also that we're creating jobs. And whenever you look at what we've done with 70,000 jobs being created, and yes, we want to make sure they're high-paying wage jobs. And the fact is that our incentive agreements that we've signed, the average wage rate is $20 an hour. Now we want to continue to try to bring those good-paying jobs to Arkansas. I was delighted that 6th Hour came to Jacksonville, and 6th Hour has a good wage rate, but also just as importantly, they have subcontracts with small companies all across in rural areas of this state. You can multiply that out to other jobs that have been brought in and companies that have been brought in that has good paying jobs. We want to continue to attract those.
There are still several under-resourced areas across our state. This is a two-part question. What will you do to support community and economic development in under-resourced areas?
From China, nothing.
Well, a good example would be trying to bring Ruby to Forest City, Arkansas. Yeah. They'll create up to 800 jobs. They'll invest $410 million in the old SAMU facility. That will create jobs all across the Delta. Now, that's something in the pipeline. Those jobs haven't been created yet, but we have to work on that every day. And whenever I go down to South Arkansas, whether it's the Delta or whether it is Texarkana area, we're looking at how we can support the local community in creating jobs and bringing jobs. But one thing is important also, is that we can't just be agriculture, which is #1 industry. Tourism is critically important. We brought 2,500 manufacturing jobs back to Arkansas. We have to do that, but we also need to add technology jobs. And I'm delighted that because of the computer coding initiative in Arkansas, that put computer science in every high school, that we have over 6,000 students taking computer science, and the largest increase is the minorities that are taking computer science. And that gives everybody across the board opportunity that they've never had before, and it can be in technology jobs. And technology jobs are good paying jobs. And if you have high-speed broadband internet, which we want to bring in our rural communities of Arkansas, you can run the world. You can run the world from Marianna, from the front porch in Marianna, Arkansas. You have the talent, and we've got to improve the speed of that broadband. That's how we help some of our rural communities and make sure prosperity gets everywhere across Arkansas.
Prosperity gets everywhere.